The Adidas Team Classic jerseys have returned, and we have 6 new jerseys to talk about. Now, these have actually been on the Adidas website for a couple of days now, but I haven't talked about them because I was expecting another team to appear, that team being the New York Islanders. We talked about it when the rumors first came out that there were supposed to be 7 teams and the Islanders weren't included, but it looks like either that rumor was false or I'm not really quite too sure. There was quite a few sources that were saying that the Islanders would be included, but these officially released on March 3rd, so they're still not there. Not really quite too sure what happened, but we'll still take a look at the 6 new jerseys and talk about them. I do like a decent amount of them, that is for sure. But before we do get into it, if you guys are new to the channel and you like hockey jersey content, please make sure to hit subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I would like to announce that I just made a Discord server as well. So if you guys have Discord and you want to join, I'll leave that invite link in the description. I'll try and be as active as I can on there. But anyways, with that aside, let's take a look at the jerseys here. Although I guess I should clarify that these jerseys won't actually be worn in game. I saw a little bit of confusion with that for a couple of people, so I do want to say that these are just fashion jerseys. They're just throwback jerseys, not to be worn by any teams on ice or anything like that. They're just for the fans to buy, so wanted to get that out of the way. But the Ducks here, they are going to be the team that we start with, and they went back to their 1993 jersey, so their inaugural season jersey, and of course, it looks fantastic. In my predictions video, I was hoping they would go back to the Wild Wing jersey, but I knew they wouldn't. I knew that they would go back to this jersey, and that was my actual prediction, and of course, it looks amazing. Everybody loves this jersey. That eggplant color is fantastic. The teal as well. I really do want the Ducks to rebrand once again and go back to this jersey right here. I think that would be phenomenal, and I kind of expect the Ducks to maybe do that once the new manufacturer takes over. They have been using that Mighty Duck logo a little bit more frequently lately, so maybe they're kind of testing that out. You know, maybe they even use the Reverse Retro 2.0 as that away jersey and just flip it for their home jersey, or maybe they use their third jersey for that home jersey and use that Reverse Retro as the away. You know, they got a lot of options there, but I would just love to see the logo come back as the main logo for the Ducks because it's just such a beautiful logo, such an amazing logo, and this jersey is fantastic as well. I don't actually have this jersey in my collection. I have the away version, or I guess the white version, because it would have been the home at the time. But yeah, I have the white version of this jersey. I don't have this one right here, although will I buy it? Probably not, because I would rather it in its original CCM form as opposed to the Team Classics. We'll talk about the Team Classics quality at the end of all of this, but it's definitely not bad. They're not bad quality jerseys. I would just prefer it in its original form, so it's definitely a nice looking jersey. I'm glad that they brought it back for people who want to buy this jersey again, but it's not one that I will get. The next team that we have is the Atlanta Flames. They are using their 1973 jersey, although I guess it technically would have been the 1972 to 1973 jersey, because in that offseason, they made a very slight change to the striping. Basically, they would just have a red striping underneath the yellow and above the yellow on that arm and on the torso there as well for that 1973 to 1974 season. The later jersey being the one that I guessed in my predictions video, so I did get that one wrong. But that being said, I absolutely love these jerseys. I've been looking for an Atlanta Flames jersey to add to my collection for a very long time. There is a CCM vintage version, but I haven't really found one in my size for a price that I've liked, so I haven't really bought one yet. But with this Team Classic here, I'm going to have a hard time not buying it, to be completely honest, because yeah, I love these jerseys. I think they're fantastic. I really like that logo a lot as well. Of course, the Calgary Flames have used this logo as an alternate or an assistant captain's patch for a while, but when they switched over to their new jerseys, they got rid of it, and I don't really know why, because the new Flames jerseys are basically the exact same as these ones here, just with that minimal striping change, so I'm quite surprised that the Calgary Flames aren't still using the Atlanta logo as that alternate or assistant, whatever you want to call it, basically that A patch. The only thing that I can think of is maybe since the Calgary jerseys are so similar to these Atlanta jerseys, maybe it's a little bit distracting for, you know, people who have watched the Atlanta Flames. That's the only thing that I can kind of think of, but I still find that really strange. I think it would work a lot better with that Atlanta Flames logo being the A with their jerseys how they are now, but that's just kind of my opinion. Either way, this is definitely one that I think I am going to pick up. Most likely, I will. Moving along, we have the Colorado Rockies. They are using their 1977 jerseys, which is a shocker. Not for the year. The year really doesn't matter when it comes to the Rockies. They always had the same jersey. They never really changed it throughout their franchise. The shocking part is they're using the white jersey as opposed to that darker one. Most people like those dark jerseys, and that's why a lot of the times when manufacturers do throwback jerseys, they just use the dark jerseys. They don't use that white one. I personally personally usually prefer the white jerseys. I think they stand out a little bit more. It makes the logo and the striping pop just a little bit better, but I was shocked that they went to the white jersey for the Rockies here. I really did not expect that at all, so I like that aspect. Now, am I going to get this one? I'm not really quite too sure because I do have the CCM Vintage of that dark blue jersey, so I could basically get the set with this Team Classic here. That being said though, I don't know if I really need it or want it. I've never really fully liked the Rockies jerseys, to be completely honest. I like the logo. The logo is sweet, but just the colors of the jersey, I've never been a massive fan of. I just don't think they look that great together. And with that striping there, I don't particularly love it. So I probably won't get this jersey, but the fact that I could get the set for the Rockies is pretty cool. Maybe if it goes on sale at some point, maybe I'll pick it up then, but for now, probably not going to get it. The next team that we have is the Hartford Whalers. They also surprised me using their 1994 jersey. In my predictions video, I did hope that they would use this jersey, but I assume that they would use just the regular green jersey when you think of the Hartford Whalers, because that is the one that sells a ton. The only reason that I thought they wouldn't go to that jersey is because the Hartford Whalers currently have it as a heritage jersey, and also at the same time, Fanatics Vintage has also had a version of that jersey. So I was like, you know, maybe because of those two jerseys, they wouldn't do a Team Classic, and I was hoping that they would go to this jersey, and I'm glad that they did. I like this jersey a lot. It's something different for the Hartford Whalers. I love the gray on this jersey. Most of the time, I don't think gray works with NHL teams. I usually don't think it looks that great, but with this one here, I think it works fantastic. And of course, you have that beautiful logo, one of the best logos in sports. The Hartford Whalers logo is just so great. Now, will I be buying this one? No, but just because of the fact that I do already have it in a CCM Vintage, so I don't need its Team Classic form as well. If I didn't have that Vintage jersey though, I probably would buy it in a Team Classic because I like this one a lot. Then we have the New York Rangers here. They are using their 1979 jersey. Now, I did not mention this jersey in my predictions video because I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about it. You know, I saw some people talk about it after I made that video, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. They'll probably go to that one there. And apparently this one is a hard one to find, a difficult one to find, so I do like the fact that they went back to this jersey here. If it is a difficult one, I'll be honest, I'm not really quite too sure if that is actually the case, if it's actually hard to find, because I don't really look for this jersey because I don't really care. I don't really love the Rangers jerseys too much, especially their home jersey like this blue one here, just because of the fact that I don't like word marks and the rest of the jersey doesn't really do too much for me. I definitely prefer their away jersey as opposed to this one right here. And yes, obviously this one is a little bit different than their home jersey because it says New York instead of Rangers, but that doesn't move the needle for me. It's basically the same thing, at least in my eyes. It's a word mark. I don't really care about it. I don't really like it too much. I'm glad, like I said, that they went back to this if it is a rare jersey, like I've seen some people say, but for me, I'm not really interested in it. I don't really care that much, so this is a pass for me. And then last up, the final team that we have is the Toronto Maple Leafs. They went back to their 1972 jersey, which I kind of guessed in my predictions video, although I said they probably wouldn't go to it because they have already went back to this jersey in a Team Classic before, but I think they classify it as a different line because it's marketed a little bit differently. I think the materials are a little bit different as well, and that one had a fight strap. This one obviously does not. So yeah, I guess it's supposed to be a different line. I don't really know. I'm not really quite too sure, but yeah, with this one here, I mean, I like this jersey. I've always liked the striping that goes from the shoulders all the way down to the cuff. I've always really liked that a lot. The one stripe at the bottom there, I think that's great. The only thing that I don't like about this jersey is the logo on the front, and I just think most Leaf fans don't really like that logo, but outside of that, it's a very nice looking jersey. Not one that I'm going to buy though, because I do already have this jersey with another manufacturer, so I don't really need two versions of this jersey, but it's good for Leaf fans that want to buy this one. So yeah, those are all the jerseys. The only one that I really do plan on getting is that Atlanta Flames, maybe the Rockies and the Ducks, but we'll kind of have to see. Just basically that Flames one is the only one that I really do want. Now, let's talk about the quality of these jerseys. How good are they? I would say they're decent. They're definitely not the best thing out there. They're definitely not the worst. They're not those Mitchell and Ness jerseys that we talked about the other day. But yeah, they're pretty decent. The logos themselves, they're embroidered, they're stitched on, so that's all good. With the fit of the jersey, I would say the length is pretty similar to the regular Adidas jerseys. The only difference being that they are a lot baggier. I mean, you can see how big that arm is right there on me. So they are a lot baggier than regular Adidas jerseys, but I would say the length is fairly similar. My only flaw with these jerseys is that they are pretty thin. Like even when I put up my arm here, I can almost see myself through the jersey, so quite thin, and I know some people don't really mind that, and some people actually like that, others not really so much. I'm kind of in the middle, but with these jerseys right here, I'll be completely honest, I'm not really a fan of how thin they are, but still, it's not really that big of a deal. Overall, their quality is pretty decent. But anyways, that is going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think about these jerseys in the comments down below. And if you guys liked the video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to join that Discord as well. Also, make sure to follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. Links are all in the description down below. But like I said, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.